Hey, 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 what's up, everybody? Sorry, don't have the green screen up and rolling at the moment here. Just was moving around and had a couple of last minute things to do before stream started. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to bother with the camera here too much today, but I hope everybody is doing fantastic. Hope everyone's doing well. As always, big shout outs to the early birdies. Thank you very much for hitting that like button when you come in here. Bud, I am so happy to hear that, man. I'm glad. And it's on the addition side where the living room is. Oh, very nice. Get yourself an extra, room for family in that, so family can come down and visit you too. Oh, that'd be awesome, my man. Sweet. But we got about 2 minutes left to get our drinks, get our snacks, get our butts in the comfiest position so we can kick back, relax, unwind, and enjoy today's show. So my day started off a little rough, got a little better, then got a little rough again. Just one of those days, so... went down to the tax place there. I get there and they're like, "Oh, we decided to close today for the long weekend. See everybody on Tuesday." It's like, oh, lovely. All right. Interesting. Okay, so then I went down to, I figured, all right, I'll go down to the river here and I'll just, enjoy a little bit of the sunshine before the cloud rolls in later this afternoon. We get some more rain. Parking lots are catching up to me. So it was like, okay, so I went down there. I get home, and it was, pretty hot, pretty sunny and everything. So I was like, all right, I'm going to jump in the shower quick. And jumped in the shower, and the government calls me just as I'm, just getting the hot water right where I like it and everything, right? So, all right, end up talking to my rep. Thank goodness. And she let me know that, yeah, it's going to take about 6 to 8 months for my AISH paperwork to get put on someone's desk to go through approval or denial. And she's like, and just to let you know, she goes, 9 times out of 10, you got to apply 3 different times before you'll be able to get the AISH. I'm like, what the hell? So that's good news and bad news. Good news is that, yes, they're happy to send out the paperwork and everything else to my doctor for it, to have it all paid for, so I don't have to worry about the $100.50 fees and, filing of paperwork for an office. That's just way too much for a doctor's office. I'm sorry. Hey, Spider Red, hope you're doing well. Hope you're looking forward to this weekend. It's a long weekend up here, so can't wait. Oh yeah, exactly, Scar. Exactly. And one of the other things that she was telling me is right now that her and all of her co-workers are having to go with, they have on average over 500 cases that they have to work with. And the kicker is for them is that they have to call you back within 48 hours. So they get to spend less than like a minute with you on the phone. So, I wasn't able to ask her a whole bunch of stuff about like my taxes, getting, help with moving expenses, because, I got to move. My brother's putting the house up. It's for sale. So I got to move. Yeah. So I might be gone for a little while there, folks. I might be staying in a shelter. I just hope that I'm not in there for more than 6 months, because if you don't put out a video within 6 months, YouTube removes you from the monetization program and you can't get it back for that channel. And the only way you can get around that is if you have orders from the military. So it's like, ooh, interesting. So a bit of a conundrum for me. We'll see what happens here over the next few weeks here, folks. But yeah, I'll be looking at getting boxes and everything else, make updates from the shelter. My phone doesn't have internet, man. No, I got the basic package. I mean, it still cost me $50 a month just to basically have the ability to make phone calls and text messages. $50 a month just for that. I have zero internet on my phone unless I'm connected to a Wi-Fi system. And even then, my phone's at a 6 Plus, and half the apps don't work anymore. Because, planned obsolescence from Apple. I mean, they'd rather just pay out $300 million a year and make $1 billion a year in profits. You see how that works? They make $700 million extra just because they're like, fuck it. Whatever. Obsolete, planned obsolescence, give us a fine. Whatever. Yeah. So that's the way that's rolling. Oh, well. That's the way the cookie crumbles. But we are on our way to a new excavation site. So, yahoo! Drove around a little bit there yesterday to get ourselves that thumbnail that you all saw. And so I am ready to do it. Alright, let's go check our fuel here. Yeah, exactly, because I don't think they have any from the shelters or anything like that. So yeah, no, I gotta go see here what I can do for putting all my stuff into storage, because all the stuff that I have is, well, it It's not going to all fit into my shed. There's no way. So, yeah, over the next little bit here, folks, expect a whole bunch of, oh, I forgot to fill that back up again, didn't I? Expect inconsistent streams and stuff like that while I gotta, basically go around, find boxes and all that stuff. Regular update set in the 4K unit. Oh, cool. Oh, neat. Oh, that's cool, dude. That's awesome. So it's like it's like an interactive book. That's cool. That's awesome. I remember trying those choose your own adventure books, I think they were called, when I was a kid. Those were a lot of fun. So yeah, I mean, hey, I can't see why I wouldn't enjoy them as an adult either. Puppy, just because I just went live doesn't mean that you're going to have to bug me. She's like, no, daddy, no, 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 give me attention. She's just a big attention attention-seeking puppo lately. She wants me all to herself. She doesn't want me doing anything that, takes away time from her. But that is awesome. Good on you, Scar. Good on you. Alright, so if I remember right, we gotta go down this river thing here off to the right. Is the final judge. Yeah, that's, yeah. No, exactly. That's, that makes a ton of sense to me, man. You get what you get. You might even get, something called Bodie McBoatface if you leave it up to the peoples long enough, right? Alright, I see this. Can we break this? Yeah, we can bust it up. Just make moving around a little bit easier. Even though we don't need to do too much of it now that we got most of those drones set up. That is awesome, man. It's a light RPG Sakai story. Oh, cool! Have an interactive Dungeons and Dragons move. 6 endings to unlock and 944 ways to unlock them. Cool. Nice. Yeah, I haven't played D&D since, ooh, that would have been my grade 7, so we're talking like 30 years ago. Maybe a little bit more. Oh, I'm getting old. So yeah, that's what's going on there. I'm going to have to call and leave my caseworker a message. I wish we were able to send them emails and find out what I need to do in order to get some some help with moving and that, because yeah, at $745 a month with over $550 in bills every month, there is no way possible that you can live off $180 worth of groceries every month for me and kiddo and save up to get a new place. Like, it's just kind of ridiculous, but gotta do what I gotta do, right? Useless magical items, yeah. We had some really good, what do they call them? Dungeon masters? I believe their name was that were able to see things like that and be able to throw things in, like, you come across a particular dungeon that, you use your sword as a key, and then that, that sword gets broken or something along those lines. They had it figured out, how to get around it. Alright, just a little too close, huh? Okay, back it up. Alright, now let me out. Yeah, it would be nice for me just to email her and say, here's a list of stuff that I need answered. Can you please fill it out and get back to me at your earliest convenience, instead of having to write it down on a piece of paper and then be stuck in the shower when they call and not get through everything. That's just the way it goes, If it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. So, good news is that everybody is working towards getting me onto the assured income for the severely handicapped. That's ACE here in Alberta. Something else that she told me is that I am eligible to apply. Gotta love that term. You're eligible to apply for what's called Aids to Daily Living, I think it was called. Alberta Aids to Daily Living. And so if I were to be able to get into a different home, like say like a duplex or something that had a basement, they would be able to hook me up with the hot tub and steam room, so that way I don't have to constantly go to... Yeah, apparently Okay, so the log just rolled through me, but I can't walk through the log. Don't understand that one. But anyway, so yeah, they'll be able to help me out to get to like a steam shower, like one of the stand-up steam shower types of things, as well as a submersive hot tub type deal. So, but once again, I have to be able to, you know, apply for it and see what happens from there. Made an artificer that was gifted a ring of dispel magic that was too small for anyone to use, fitted it to my musket, had the wizard shrink down the cannonballs to musket shot size. Boom! A literal hand cannon. Nice! Hey man, you know, it's all about, you know, using what you got. And if you got brains, use them. You know what I mean? Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up. But yeah, that's pretty cool, man. That's awesome. Have a literal hand cannon. Oh, you know, use the powers in which you've been granted. Love that idea, man. Love it. So, that's what's going on with me here, folks. So yeah, the best I can do is go to the tax place here on Tuesday when they open up at 10 a.m. I thought it was 11, but no, they open up at 10 a.m. The internet was wrong. So I'll go there. I'll get that all taken care of on Tuesday, and then I got to get all that paperwork to my doctor by that afternoon, or to my lawyer by that afternoon, because yeah, they give you 14 days to get the information. It's like, yeah, but I'm being held back by everything else. It's not, you know, it's not me. It's the government system that's holding me up. I am glad to hear, though, that the caseworker that I have is allowed to work from home. I think that is fantastic. It's about time. Save money on the government from having all these, you know, super large buildings with air conditioning and everything else going on. Half the floors are empty. Yeah, within a 12-pound cannon range? Yeah, I mean, geez, yeah. Anybody within even a 2-pound cannonball range is, you know, they're going to have themselves a bad day. Alright, we'll just get rid of all these well-exposed stones. Just making sure. Oh, you did the board game? We had, I remember it was like Raven something. It was a book. And the guy came up with a board and everything else to go with it. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I did that for about, I think about three months, something like that. But it was winter time. And then as soon as spring hit, it was like, yep, I'm back out on the road. I'm busy working. That was around the time that, yeah, I had my own little bike shop thing going on there, so. Yep. Those were the good days. Little Mac, how you doing, man? How you doing? Are you regretting that this week is almost over? You'll be returning back to the grand world of work here in no time. It sucks, but at the same time, you had your week off. Now get back to work. Isn't that what your boss says? Ah, you've had your time off. Get back to work. Now I expect you to work 3 times harder than you did before you left. You've had your time. Isn't that always the way? You know, you get yourself ready so that you can go back to do the job that you were doing before, and when you come back, they want you to work 3 times harder because they're like, oh, well, you've had time to rest. Like, yeah, piss off. I had to take the rest just from the work that you gave me the original. Apparently, you're not much better as a dungeon master. Created Dreadlich as the BBEG and have his phylactery. That's a new word for me. Be a grain of sand in the foundation of the castle was frowned heavily upon after the TPK. Okay, gotcha. Yep, above my head. I just lost another 3/4 of an inch hairline on that one. It's been so long. And I didn't keep up with it either. You know, it was great fun for the time that I had, but it's not something that I would have been, you know, continued playing all the time. I was busy out there, you know, enjoying life. You know. Bike riding, fixing bikes, and going to school. And then working. Oh yeah. And when I found a paying job, a good paying job. Yeah, it was hard to keep up with all the extra bikes and everything. It was mostly the people that I went to school with. They're like, yeah, you know, it's like, why take it over to, you know, this place, you know, I was 8 blocks away or whatever it was, that he was going to charge you at the time like $65 an hour, and then plus parts and everything else. And it's like, you go buy the parts and come hang out with me for a while. I'll only charge you like $20. And do the whole thing, get it all done with. Most of my time though was spent truing up rims. Be surprised at how many people don't tighten their spokes or don't know to tighten up their spokes. It's like, your wheel's no longer true, so I gotta get it to straight. Soul storage, gotcha. Okay. Okay, I see how that works. All right. Gotta go back to school and reread my Latin again so I can start reading these things and understanding what they are. It's been a long time. It was funny when, Harry Potter came out. It was like, all this stuff's in Latin. Everything is Latin. I know where Rowling got all this stuff from. Oh god, I used to remember everybody going, oh, Dumbledore is the most powerful wizard there is. And it's like, last I checked, Merlin was part of that particular world. She's included them. Oh, Merlin's beard. That seems to be their major, cuss word. Oh, Merlin's beard. Type of thing. So, I would think Merlin probably would be a little bit more stronger than Dumbledore. And, not to mention, at one point in time in the books, don't they say the greatest witches and wizards of all time was those 4 founders of the Hogwarts there? What was that? Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, Slytherin, and, what was the red one there? Gryffindor, right? It's like, well, I still think there's a lot more people out there that are stronger. And actually, to tell you the truth, if you really look at that magicking world, at one point in time, McGonagall says something about wands made it easier for witches and wizards to channel their magic. So I would think that those who could actually, come up with the spells and stuff that had the ability to, what's the word I'm looking for? To use that magical force in its raw form without needing a wand. Wouldn't those be stronger? I mean, you don't see Dumbledore not using his wand, right? Well, before wands came around, those witches and wizards had to use that natural force. That reminds me of a quote. An individual may be smart, but people in general are stupid. Yeah, the inherent ability to channel the raw magical forces. And doesn't that have something to do with the, like when something happens to a kid or something and they suppress their magic or something in the book, something happens to them, become obscuritist or obscured or something weird like that, and magic overtakes them and they can like take part as being the force of magic or something weird. I would think those ones would be like the strongest of all the witches and wizards that were out there. No. Okay, so if I remember from the books, Dumbledore's sister is one of them, something like that. But she was already magic, and then she came across some kids that, because she wouldn't show them how to do the trick or whatever it was, what the... What the hell? 1 second. Oh boy, they're trying to do their real best here, these crooks. It's like, oh, message from your provider. And then it's got like, my provider's name and, check out the latest issue of blah, 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 blah. Learn about sustainability, mental health, network advancements, blah, 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 blah. Visit this place here. If you do not wish to receive this message, go to this place. And it's all about redirection. They're trying to get you to, click on the link so that way they can nab you. I don't think so. Block. That isn't the number that comes from my provider. The unfiltered emotions that constantly course through them is to feel. Yeah, exactly, And then, wasn't... I watched the first Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I think I've even seen the second one, and there's that kid. I can't remember his name. Credence is what my brain's telling me. He was one of them, and I mean, he was, Voldemort was, kind of scared of the kids. So, I mean, yeah, it just goes to show that, not everybody is, looks into it as deep as I do, I guess, or gets as much comprehension when they read out of things as I do. I have a pretty good reading comprehension thing going on. Moldy wart, yep. Good old moldy voldy. But you gotta give Ralph Fiennes credit for playing the character. He did very well in the Potter series. But in the what's the Fantastic Beasts there? It was Johnny Depp, I think, was the one that ended up playing the original non Horcrux style Voldemort, if I remember correctly. So, yep. Absolutely loved the series. Yep. I'm a big kid when it came to Harry Potter. I will admit, I was 23 years old when it came out, and I loved it. I didn't hear about it until the second book was released. And that's when I heard about it, and then it was like a year or two later that they announced the movies were coming out. I was like, oh, cool. The Harry Potter guy that they chose for the movies did not look like anything that I saw on the covers of the books for the copies that I have. And then after the movies came out, the copies of the book that my ex-wife has got a kid that looks like Harry Potter. Like the what's the guy's name? Daniel Radcliffe, something like that, I think. Yeah. Voldemort feared Harry because of what he represented. Yeah, exactly. Like the love magic or something like that, wasn't it? Yeah. But Harry isn't really all that strong of a wizard. He had his mother's magical protection. I mean, if J.K. Rowling were to continue writing the story of Harry Potter as an adult and as the in an Aurora office or whatever it was, that we'd soon find out that he's probably just an average, wizard who just happens to have particular protection from that one particular bad guy. I just can't see him being, a great wizard at all because, I mean, he wasn't, oohing and awing people. I mean, what was it? Hermione there, she was more book smart. She wasn't natural talented smart. I mean, really, out of everybody in the entire series that I could think of was really strong would have been that Bellatrix lady and the Weasley mum. I mean, the Weasley mum's the one that wipes out Bellatrix, right? So I would say that those two are extremely powerful. I mean, I'm not, taking away from Dumbledore. I'm not saying that he's not, powerful, but I wouldn't say that, he's the greatest wizard of them all. Yeah, Hermione was the brains. Yeah, exactly. She was book smart. Just all cleverness in books. I even think they make that distinction in the movies, not in the books, but in the movies. I'm pretty sure that's how they say it. It's like, oh yeah, just all cleverness in books. It's not so much power. I mean, with what are those creatures that they were able to call up that look like animals? What they call it, animagus or something, magic or something weird like that. I mean, yeah, Harry was able to do that, but once again, that was all part and parcel tied to that love magic, for his family. So he was able to pull up, the stag of his dad or something like that, if I remember right. Oh yeah, but I mean, before she even had the time charm and everything else like that, it's not like, she took on the troll by herself or anything, you know what I mean? It was pure dumb luck, really, that Harry got through that. It wasn't natural magical talent. It never at any point was I ever given the feeling that Harry Potter guy was going to become, like a super amazing wizard or anything along those lines. Patronus, that's what it was. Oh, is that what it was? I just remember that it was something that was like, okay, so yeah, he was able to do that because of his dad. You know what I mean? Like he's, he had more love. I guess you could say he had more known love from his uncle Sirius than anything, or godfather Sirius. Then he gets to find love, true love, when he finds that Ginny Weasley lady. Stop motion internet. Ah, you're still in Montana, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Highway living, man. Sometimes it sucks. I totally get it. I've lived it. But yeah, you got yourself quite the setup inside your cab, man. I had the oil-filled plain Jane, you know, here's your tattletale. That was about it. But like I said here, over the next 3 to 5 years, once Starlink starts, you know, providing services for a price that's, you know, really good, these ISP providers are going to up their game, so that way they can, you know, not take such a large hit. Those days are numbered of crappy internet, you know. We'll be able to have mobile satellite internet on our vehicles here within the next 10 years. Guarantee it. It's just too much money to be made in it, especially for these self-driving cars and that, you know. Everybody will want their Netflix and their, you know, their Crave and Hulus and HBOs and all that other great stuff, Disney Pluses for their long road trips. People want to listen to the news and that while they're on their way to work in the mornings, so it's all coming. It's coming. It's just a matter of time. That's my prediction. Now, I'm not a prophet by any means, but I'm just saying that's my prediction. Man, if I was a prophet, I would have taken my buddy up on the 1,000 Bitcoin for $100. Damn, 2010. I made a big dummy mistake on that one. That sucked. Oh well, what can you do, right? Knowing me, I probably would have used it to buy something like pizza or something like that back in those days. My Wi-Fi lets me know when undercover police are by. Oh, that's cool. That's interesting. I don't know how that would work, but okay. My buddy's 2 streets over and I'll be able to pick up his Wi-Fi. No, Jesus. Man, no, not me. I mean, my router, or the modem, sorry, is downstairs in the basement. And we have to have it basically set near the cold air return in order for me to be able to get Wi-Fi in my own bedroom. Up here. In the upstairs. Yeah, it's not so good. I walk down my hallway and actually it cuts out. It cuts out for a brief second, so I gotta walk quick when I go up and down the hallways. That's why I don't talk on my phone on Discord all that much anymore, because yeah, if I go moving around, if I go outside to go to the garage, I got no internet until I get into the garage, and then in the garage, it takes a little while, but then my extender will pick it up, finally. Police surveillance van 1. Oh, we have people who put stuff down like, you know, FBI and things like that's what they call their systems and that. And it's like, yeah, you guys are idiots. No, I can't say you're idiots. I mean, it's just like, yeah, okay, you know. I don't see the necessity for it, right? You know, it's like it'd be easier for me to put, you know, GG's Wi-Fi or I can't even remember what this one's called. I think it's like A1105 or something like that. Oh my god. Nice. Nice. Yeah, you'll be able to pick up Wi-Fi for a few blocks, actually, if he's got that type of tower set up. What was he beforehand? A ham operator? Wow. But then, at the same time, you're going to get everybody and their brother trying to log into it, and that's almost like a DNS, a denial of service attack, you know, because you get like 15 people who are trying to log into your system. Even though you have it locked, your system still has to go, oh yeah, you're not allowed on here, bugger off. It still has to take time to tell people to bugger off. So it's, you know, it's hurting you. You know what I mean? Less people that try to connect to your Wi-Fi, the better it is for you. Alright, let's see. Okay, back to doing the dirt, or the picking. I've done license plates, even called and complained over the horrendous use of tax money, never heard back. But they didn't show up for 3 months. Huh. That's good. Yeah, but even still, bud, in order for that, your system still gets drained when people try to hook up to it, you know, because it's got to go through the encryption. And it's like, are you allowed on here? Have you done the password? No, you haven't. This is password protected. Please enter your password. And then it leaves it until it gets a response. But when it gets a response of, nope, that's the wrong password, it's still doing work to do it. So it's pulling away from you or whoever owns that service. just for people to goof around trying to get onto a service that they should have no rights to. Hey, William. Yeah, exactly. Set up as hidden work. Yep. Exactly. Set up as a hidden network. I just don't know if you can do that on those giant antenna tower styles. You should. I just don't know. I've never actually worked with one. It's a receiving antenna, not a broadcasting one. So then it wouldn't make any difference for you. If it's not broadcasting, it would just be receiving. So yeah, they'll have some amazing internet going out to whatever their modem is that's pushing out. But it shouldn't push out that far. Because, I mean, that's, actually, I was just going through a conversation with one of the folks here today about that. About EMI, EMF, electromagnetic fields. Causing interference. Oh, come now. Come now. Thank you. Oh, I missed Deuce's stream today, but like I said, you know, after getting down to the H&R Block and finding out that, yeah, no, they're not open today because they want to be, you know, closed up for the long weekend. I was like, dang internet, why didn't you tell me? But it was probably an office decision, so can't complain about that. You know, it's a beautiful day. Cloud is just starting to make it a little bit over the sun out there right now. It's getting a little darker. And that means we'll be getting our rain soon. Oh, I can't wait for the first thunderstorm of the year. Oh. Not even a toaster. Oh, man. Yeah. I was the 13th person in Calgary to have the internet hooked up to their home way back in 95. It was, yeah, because, yeah, Windows 95 was out for 3 weeks. I had to wait for the internet to get put through. But, yeah. But we got her done. Yeah, I was bugging them. They're like, oh, we're not offering that service yet. You know, we're just in the midst of getting it set up. I'm like, well, put me on the waiting list. She goes, okay. She goes, oh, who do you know about this? I'm like, well, at the time, my mom was working for their legal department. So I was like, yeah, I happen to know stuff. So please get me on the waiting list. Yeah, we can do that for you, sir. Yeah, so I had to wait like 3 weeks before I was hooked up to the true interwebs, not dial-up. And I mean, it wasn't even, you know, what, 1/60th of the service that we have now for speeds. It was pretty slow, but it was way faster than dial-up. Worth it. Worth it. Yep. You're gonna set it up as a booster? Gotcha. Nice. Yeah, no, I have, I can't remember if it's a Nighthawk. I've got a really good one downstairs. Really good one. My brother picked that up because he was sick and tired of all the issues of having, you know, every 2 years having to get a hold of the ISP provider and getting them to replace the one that we had because it burnt out. Oh, you can't be using your internet that much. Like, he's like, yeah, my brother, me. He's like, yeah, he uses, you know, like 2 terabytes a month of internet. So you'll, yeah, definitely it gets its usage. What the hell does he need that much internet for? Brother, he's a YouTuber. Oh. Oh, okay. But that was back in the day when I was doing a ton of content videos while the kiddo was a little itty bitty baby. Still the infant stage. I could set him down on the little rocking bed thing right beside me and he'd snooze away while I was recording. Now, I was doing a lot of time-lapse videos back then. I would record my intro the night before, and then I'd record my outro that night, and then record another intro for the next day, and you know, that type stuff, and that's how I did it. Made it work. 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3... Yeah, there's 6 of them on there. Yeah, it's got 6. I never would have thought to think of that one, but yeah, that's one way of looking at it. Yeah, there's 6 on there. All right. Let me out. Let me out. There we go. Just had to do the right little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. We got it. Okay. Oh, I can't wait until we can take Caveman to the Drumheller Museum. That is going to be awesome. Yeah, the last thing I want is any of the in-laws going, oh yeah, we're going to go take your kiddo to the museum. Like, no, piss off. That's something me or the ex-wife should be doing, not you guys. That's an experience I want to have with my son. That's not something that you guys get any chance to have. So, peace off if they want to try. Yep. Hey, I can't wait. Can't wait until he... Oh, yeah. This summer's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait. I just hope that, yeah, that I have a place that I can, you know, hang out with him this summer. Yeah, won't be able to if I'm living out of a freaking shelter. Of course, you know, the ex-wife's going to use that, you know, 100%, you know, oh yeah, look, see, he's in a shelter. Can he take care of himself? Meanwhile, it's the fucking government that's been holding me up forever and ever and ever. And the medical system that we have set up. It's not been my fault at all. I've done every single thing absolutely possible that I can do. I am just stuck within the damn means of what the government has allowed to be acceptable. Last thing I want is my child growing up as a daycare / after school child kid. Nope. Sorry. Yeah. Because my son should be having my morals, not somebody else's morals. If she's working during the summer, that's exactly what she'll do. She'll just put him in there and then she'll try to charge me for it. Yep. Oh yeah, but because of this. Yep, nope, you owe me this much money. No, if he stays here the entire summer, it wouldn't have costed you a damn thing. So, suck it. All about money. Very easy to prove for her. I'd rather spend time with the kiddo. I could care less about money. When I die, all I get to take with me are my memories. I'm hoping we get to have that. I could live several lifetimes off the memories I've made with the fantastic and great people I've met over time. And my son is one of them. Oh, really? Oh, I did not know that. I did not know that they got an upgraded one for streaming. That is cool. Not that I can afford it or anything. Not that it's necessary. We're doing very well with what we have right now, so I'm quite happy with the system that I have. But, yeah, when I moved, though, it's my brother's system, right? That's his Nighthawk, so... Not my particular one, it's his. So I don't get to take that with me. Yeah. Yeah, so 500 American is, well, you got to have transportation tax added on there, so that's an easy over half the value, so that's another $250. Then you got to factor in the 30% exchange rate, so $750, another 30% on top of that's another $250, so that's $1,000 easy here. Easy $1,000. But hey, you know, minimum wage here is, you know, $15 an hour. Average one-bedroom apartment is only $16.50 a month. Yeah, that's a one-bedroom. One bedroom, $16.50. Like, Christ, it is cheaper to buy a bloody duplex than it is just to try to rent anything in this place. Oh yeah, Calgary is screwed. It's unfortunate that the people who have been put into office here for our councils, for everything, it's, you know, they're from foreign countries. They were not born here. You know, they haven't lived here for more than 30 plus years. You know, the last 6 rounds of them. And yeah, they're just, you know, hey, yeah, come to Canada. We'll make your life easier if you're foreign. But hey, if you're white, well, screw you. You've lived here for long enough. You've had all the opportunities. You don't need anything more. So yeah, go ahead. Move 6 families into that 1-bedroom apartment. And they do. Oh yeah. Boy, do they ever. It's like my block here. There was so many illegal apartments, right? The cops for 5 years were coming around here just writing tickets after tickets after tickets. They complained and whined so much that, oh, there's not enough housing and everything else for us here, that then they're like, okay, we're not gonna go after your folks for having illegal basement suites and stuff like that anymore. So now, if you want to park, you basically have to get to know all your neighbors and either be a hard ass about it, or, be good friends with your neighbors and tell them to quit parking in your spot. I don't need to park 3.5 blocks down in front of a park in order to sit in front of my house where I have a camera that is on my vehicle, so that way if anything major happens, yeah, we can prosecute whatever happened. But no, instead I'm paying for security for their vehicles because there's 6 people living in a half duplex. So, or actually I should say a quarter duplex. So there is a suite upstairs and a suite downstairs on both sides. And then everybody's got 3 cars each. There's no space. Oh yeah, so we'll just inconvenience all our other neighbors and we'll just park in front of their homes. Great job. It's almost to the point where it's not even worth voting anymore because, yeah, people want it their way with, so that way they can inconvenience others and go, ha, see, I'm allowed to do this. Ha, sucks to be you. Oh yeah, I can't wait to get the hell out of this city. Calgary is an absolute shithole. And I've told the city of Calgary that many a time and proven my points many a time. And now they're just like, yeah, no, you make very valid points and everything, but you're a disruption. Yeah, please don't come back to the city hall. It's like, yeah, because I prove you wrong every time and I make you sound like an idiot on camera. Good job. Yep. So now I'm not allowed in there. I'm only allowed to go in there if I gotta get permits. I'm not allowed to speak in front of City Hall anymore. You bastards. Hey, sheep! Mr. Hammond! Yeah. I don't have any amber on the end of my cane. I gotta get something like that. That's what they need to do. That needs to be a collectible item in here. Is a cane with some amber on it. Instead of putting a mosquito, they put a horsefly or something. Come on. Come on. Let me through. Alright, we're getting to the point where I'm getting locked in again? Yep. Alright, let's see if I can make a, Yeah. Good job with the jumping here. Come on. I'm jumping. Why do I have to look straight down in order to jump? Don't understand that. Hey, we got our first bone. And it's a big one, so this is probably going to be either Triceratops or that Edmontonius one. So did you have any figure anything else out with that there microphone there, sheep? I'm really hoping that it's something as simple as, oh yeah, I just moved it away from my my subwoofer or something like that, and everything comes up golden. Oh, okay, gotta dig you up before we can get ready. All right. Let me through. Let me through. Nope, still won't let me beat it up. Okay. Alright. Inspected. Inspected. Alright, let's beat up what we can. Oop, wrong button. Uninspected. Alright, can't beat on uninspected. Oh, okay, it's uninspected too. All right. Oh, we have a flashlight. Ah, good to know. Glad that was in the instructions. Yeah, it's EMI, electromagnetic interference, is what I'm thinking it is. Yeah, I was just letting him know there's tapes, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's out there that you can give it a shot to, and hopefully that gets them back up and running again. You deserve it, sheep. You've been putting in the hard work. You and TJ. Glad to see that TJ's back at it again. Yeah, it's funny, about 3 weeks ago, I was, no, a bit more than that. I guess it was about a month and a half ago. My brother was like, yeah, you know, get your buddies together. Let's go play some Grand Theft Auto. And then I put a message out going, hey, you know, to everybody I knew that played it, besides, you know, across the pond, because it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was like, yeah, you guys want to come and join us for some heists? I did not get a single response back. I'm like, okay, guess not. So we ended up playing Borderlands instead. GG made me spend lots of money. I didn't make you spend lots of money. I gave you some recommendations in which I believe would give you the best chance at getting rid of that high-pitched noise that's in the background. Like I was saying, there's a bunch of things that could cause it. You could be too close to a cell phone tower even. It could be, you know, the cable that you're using for the USB is, you know, got a broken copper in it. Can be... that's just too close to power line, power source in your home, near along the wall, behind the wall. There's lots of things that can cause that. My biggest thing is, for me, where I'm at right now, my subwoofer that's underneath my desk. I have a Logitech 5.1. I got 5.1 sound system that I've had since early 90s. And yeah, my subwoofer is really bad for causing that electromagnetic interference. So that's why when I ended up getting the XLR microphone, the Shure microphone that I'm using right now, I ended up getting those special cables just to shield it from all that. And it works wonderfully. No more hiss and whine. This place is actually a fair size. I wasn't expecting for it to be as large as it is. Sweet. Caveman's going to have lots and lots of hours of fun this summer. I'm hoping. Gotta get myself moved and into a place. So yeah, I don't have much time to do all this, so I gotta get it figured out fast. Yep. Piss sucks. But I think I got like $30 worth of bottles that I can take back and have some gas money for the truck. So that will definitely help out when I got to go start going around trying to find places and that. I got to see what I can get from my rep here for, I can't remember what they call it. It's some sort of moving assistance payment or something that they give you as a one-time thing. I think they give you like $250 or something weird in order to help you move, to assist you to move. I mean, that's still not going to do anything for a person last month's rent, that's for sure. Especially if it's going to take me 6 to 8 months just to get my first rejection from my AISH, and then another 6 to 8 months to get a second rejection, for another 6 to 8 months afterwards to finally get the damn thing. Hey. And my caseworker, she's awesome. She is absolutely awesome. You know, her hands are tied on a ton of things, but she gives me as much information as possible to give me the best chance at getting this, you know, the first time. She's like, make sure that it is over detailed. You know, you want the eyes to roll back in the head of the person that's reading it going, my God, this guy's got so many things wrong with him. How is he still breathing? She goes, that will probably, even though she's never seen it, you know, get you, you know, approved within like the first time. She's like, the only thing she's ever heard of somebody being approved right away was somebody that was involved in a terrible accident and was quadriplegic in life. It's like, wow, it's got to be that bad, huh? She's like, you have no idea. She goes, they want you to do everything in your power to make sure that you work. And she goes, and a lot of people, it ends up killing them. And then their families have to go back and like, oh, well, because they didn't have, they weren't on disability, that we got no, you know, it's not our fault. Yeah. Like, wow, just wow. Yeah, the government's all about taking money from the people, not about helping the people they've taken money from. Oh. Karsten, how you doing? Yeah, no, definitely, man. Definitely. If I am available to play, as you can see, the last couple times I've been able to bounce into your stream, it's just been a hit and get. You folks have been streaming during the times that I have my caveman, right? So it's harder for me to be able to hook up on weekends. However, when I'm able to, oh yeah, definitely. If I have the opportunity, I would be there, my man. Definitely have some fun. I quite enjoy playing games with Smiles. She makes you smile. That's why I call her Smiles, because you can hear her smile through her microphone all day long. She's awesome. Absolutely amazing. She has that diehard personality. She's a lot like me. Yeah. We both have our chronic issues and everything else, so yeah. We have a lot of common, her and I. It's funny, we both negotiate with our limbs. No. Tell you what. I will go lay down if you just stop cramping up for the next 10 minutes. Please. Just, I need to get this stuff done. Don't be doing this, please. Yeah. Amazing quote. Oh yeah, man. She is awesome. She's such a wonderful, fantastic person. You know, life has piled a whole bunch of shit on her plate, and yet, she takes it and turns it into a bouquet of roses. You know what I mean? She's absolutely awesome. She is a definite true trooper. She is somebody that I would aspire to have a heart that big. You know what I mean? Absolutely wonderful and amazing person. I bet you she's the type of lady who, that if she came across a spider, she wouldn't try to hurt it. She'd just sweep it up with a broom and a dustpan and take it outside. Yeah, she's just that caring and thoughtful of an individual. She's just awesome. I'm glad that I'm glad that she's found a great, amazing community of people through all of us that she can go out and have a ton of fun with. You know what I mean? She deserves it. She deserves to have all that fun. We all deserve to have fun in life, folks. Never put yourself down. Never. Unless you're a pedo or a rapist, otherwise, yeah, no. Or murderer, you know what I mean, Unless you're a bad person, you all deserve to be happy and have fun times in life. Not all Canadians were like that. You haven't lived here. Shane, how's it going, my man? Please tell me that the skies have cleared up and you folks are no longer under flood warnings. You are just looking forward to having a cooler winter without the stress. Oh my God, man. You poor folks over there. I heard that Queensland was getting another dump of rain. Was that last week? I think it was. It was like, oh my God, poor Australia. You guys are just not having any luck with the current climate change. Days, it's still raining. Ay. Have they been able to at least come up with some ways to divert the rivers and that so they're not coming up the 5-6 meters and taking people's homes out again? Like, has there been, I can't think of the word of it, but yeah. Have they been able to do any type of diversion? I hope. And get that Army Corps out there and like, okay, yep. Here's some, national land or something. It's going to become a floodplain for a little while. I'm sure it's not going to hurt it, for it to get a bunch of water on it for a bit. So, yeah, no, you guys deserve a break too. Yeah. Yeah, we're just coming into our rainy season. Not thunderstorm season yet, but we have had, my brother and I have heard 2 lightning strikes so far. So we've had thunder twice in some of the rain that we've gotten over the last 3 weeks, but no big awesome thunderstorms where everybody's telling me, "Get away from the window, you crazy idiot!" Like, no. The chances of that lightning coming through the window and hitting me in a city that has got, these massive high rises, is pretty low. So yeah, I'm going to stick around this window and I'm going to watch the show. Mind you, having said that, the tree that we used to have behind our house was hit by lightning once, and the transformer that's just down at the end of the block has been hit by lightning once. That transformer was hit while I was, me and my buddy Sebi were riding our bikes, and he had just gone around the corner full tilt on his bike. I was just coming around the corner on my bike, and that transformer hit, and I took a pretty bad wipeout because it freaked the hell out of me. It was so loud. With my sound sensitivity, yeah, it made my heart skip a beat a few times, that's for sure. It was pretty loud. That definitely left me panting afterwards, catching my breath, going, wow, that was crazy. I was not hit. I was not, secondary hit through water on the ground or anything. But definitely, scared the bejesus out of me. And the one that hit behind our house in that tree there, my brother and I were looking out the back window because that's where the storm was. And it hit the tree while we were watching, and him and I both had welder's flash for a couple of, I think it was like 3 days or something like that. We both had this whitish blue dot in the center of our vision the entire time. It was like, is this gonna go away? It did. It did. Oh, we are out of spots, it says. All right. Let's do this. How many we got here? We got... Oh, okay, so we got 3. Perfect. Oh, 8. So we clean off all the year of sedimentary rock. All the millions of years of it. Get rid of it all. Then we'll do a quick little scan and see what we got. We going back to the Edmontonius, or are we doing Triceratops? We're doing Edmontosaurus. Alright, so that's what we're working on here. Well, I'm sorry, BB. No. She just growled at me. I'm tired of you streaming. It's Friday. You've done it like 4 times this week. Come on. It's an hour and a half every day. Don't you know that's 6 hours of my waking life that you've ignoring me? How dare you? Oh, you're so cute, Papa. Yes, my baby girl. No, it was... The boom and the flash were exactly at the same time in both those instances. And yeah, I didn't see the lightning strike the transformer, but I did see it hit the tree. Like, that was scary. I'm not gonna lie, that scared the living hell out of me and my brother. Well, definitely let's see here. We got pallets. Where's our empty crates, though? It's outside over here? Ah, here we go. 0 for 4. All right, let's go get our drones, bringing in 3 more. Medium crate, medium crate, medium crate. There we go. Yeah, that was spooky. That definitely made us a little more leery of going out there and, watching the thunderstorms. But, like my dad said, he's like, come on. He's like, the odds of being hit, are so low. Our farmhand, Alan, he's been hit twice. Both the exact same time. He was working on his tractor. What the heck was he? Yeah, he was working on his tractor. Can't remember what he was doing the first time round. But he had his hand on the hood of the tractor when the tractor got hit, and it blew the end of his thumb off. Then the second time, he had his hand on the hood of the tractor as he was reaching up with the gas line in his hand, and the tractor got hit. And yeah, the gas line lit up. Yeah, so that was a pretty scary incident for him too. The first time, definitely, because of the his thumb blowing up. But yeah, it's just the tip of his thumb. Yeah, it looks really weird. It's the scar tissue and everything else on there, and just kind of like, that looks interesting. Why can't I? Oh, I see. I gotta dig it up still. All right, there we go. Done. Empty. All right, let's go bust up some of these empties. There's our pallets. Sweet. Uninspected. Ooh, we got one there. Okay. Don't break that one apart. Empty. Perfect. Empty. Oh, cool. That's neat. Yeah, there was definitely a flash in the air, and I was on my ass. I wiped out sideways. It freaked me out so bad. The noise was so loud. Because I was outside. I wasn't inside like I was with my brother when it hit the tree. I was outside, and maybe... Oh, let's convert it to feet for you. So what would be about 12 meters? So say between 36 to 40 feet away from the power pole that it was hit on. So yeah, it definitely peaked out my sound tolerance levels. Uninspected. All right, back to the uninspected. Ooh, got another one. Alright, let's break these up, and then we gotta get back down to those crates. Or to the pallets, because I think we filled out our crates. Come on, uninspected. Uninspected. Let me jump. Uninspected. Check out that flaming tractor. Yeah, so... Yeah, luckily, he just ran over and, both times he never was knocked unconscious. Both times he was never knocked unconscious. But yeah, he definitely had some really bad burns on both of his hands the second time round. Didn't explode his thumb though, like it did the first time. First time, he didn't have anything other than 3 burnt fingertips and his thumb that would blew the tip off. The second time, though, he had both hands burnt real bad. And we're still trying to figure out, was it the metal wiring or the metal mesh wrap that goes on the inside of the gas line hose? Because the hose is all rubber. You thought that it would have helped him ground out, but nope, it didn't. It just... It lit on fire. Yeah, he jumped over to the pickup truck there and went to the fuel tank and... turned off the power on it, and then I can't remember what he did. I think he took one of the crescent wrenches or something like that, and he unscrewed it from the tank itself so the fire wouldn't spread to the tank. And then he just threw the reel off the side of the truck because it was still lit up. There we go. I wasn't there for it. I was only there to see the burnt hose on the reel and the his hands. Oh, jeez. Yep, lightning again. Like, dude, you got a metal plate in your head or something like that? And you look around when you're on 7 quarter sections and you're right in the middle of it, and then there's no trees around those quarter sections. Yeah, kind of makes sense how that tractor was the tallest thing in the area. Yeah, so needless to say, he decided that anytime it started raining, if he sees even just one lightning strike, he's like, ah, fuck it. He goes and sleeps in his truck. He's like, yeah, it can wait. It can wait. Yeah, don't doubt that. Yeah, don't blame me, man. All right, let's grab another 3 medium crates. Get those off and going. Let's take a look at our workers. Yeah, we got 3 workers available, and we need 4. But this is the ability to fast travel from the hub to set up excavations. I don't understand that. This is unlocks fast travel from the excavation area to the hub. I just not sure how that works, so we'll figure it out over time. I bet we'll figure it out, like we have this entire game so far. Developers haven't given us a really great way of learning, so we've had to do it all on our own, which is not good for a game that kids will want to play. Think about the audience that you're marketing to there, devs. Come on. Not saying I'm a little kid or anything, but a little kid is going to have a bunch of issues, and poor mommy and daddy that going to have to work with that kid if they haven't played the game are going to be completely lost, getting frustrated, and it's just going to overall hurt the name of the company. Can't do that. Can't do that. But I gotta stop looking at games as if they're the companies that I work for, and just gotta let go, G. Just gotta let go. If peoples are going to, allow for this type of stuff to happen, well, all you can do is just shake your head and, prove your points when you can. My biggest motto is, never sweat the things that you can't control. The only thing I can do is, really and keep people informed. But yeah. Yep. I would definitely say that to anybody who's looking at purchasing this game for a child, don't purchase it as a game for your child. Purchase it as a game you can play with your child. Yeah, it's not a game for them. It's a game to play with them. So that's the only saving grace for this game at this point in time for that, is that, yeah, if you're on the kids front, is that, yeah, this is a game that you'll want to play with your kids, not a game that you want to have your kids just play on their own. By the time, I could see the mental fortitude of, yeah, somebody who's like 14. I could see them starting to be able to, you know, understand all the concepts and everything else with it without getting too frustrated. But I would think anybody under the age of 14, or that mentality of a 14-year-old who's ready to learn how to drive, would get really frustrated with this game. I mean, hell, I'm 45 years old and I got frustrated with it, but I'm more frustrated with how it was developed, not really frustrated with the game in particular itself. And I know that they could have done much better with the amount of money that was fundraised for it. But yeah, folks, definitely. If you're getting this for a younger family member, just make sure that you know that, you know, they're going to have lots of questions. They're probably going to be upset a few times. You know, you just gotta work them through it. You know, get them hooked up with YouTubers and that you know, are like, oh, how to play Dinosaur Fossil Hunter. I'm sure that there's going to be several videos out there on it, because it's a market that the shrills will take. You know, like, oh yeah, YouTube right now is all about shorts and everything else, right? So I don't have any shorts on my channel. Don't expect to see too many shorts on my channel. But yeah, everybody and their brother's doing it because, oh, that's the fastest way to get growth. It's like, yeah, but, you know, the people that watch those shorts, I'm good not having, you know, an ADD mentality style folks, you know, hanging out with us every day. We have some great peeps here. Yeah. Yeah. And squirrels are, they're not in my wheelhouse. Well, that was a weird house creak. Oh, temperature must have changed outside. Actually, I know the temperature's changed outside. I can feel my right knee is starting to complain a little bit. Barometer change. Barometric pressure. Oh, I could not believe it. I was like, I'm gonna go on Costco here just to see how much, you know, what it costs to get a brisket. I haven't had a brisket in, like, what? When's the last time I cooked that one for you folks on Discord? Was that like, what, 2-3 years ago? I haven't had a big chunk of meat since then. Quite literally, I have not had, like, even a roast since then. Just, prices are ridiculous. So I go to take a look online, and just their choice, $185. Like, it's brisket, for fuck's sake. One of the worst cuts of meat that you can get out there, unless you do the low and slow, but they're just capitalizing everybody on this barbecue smoker fad thing that's going on. It's like, all these poor people are going out there and they're buying these offset cookers. It's like, yeah, you want to eat at, like, say 4 o'clock the next day, depending on the size of your brisket, you are going to have to start cooking at 1 a.m. in the morning, and you're going to have to babysit that bugger all the way through. Now, if you go out there and get yourself a decent pellet cooker, don't get a cheap-ass one. You get yourself a decent pellet cooker. You get yourself some decent wood pellets, like almond wood or pecan, you know, those type of things that are from a good brand. You'll do all right. You know, the only thing that you'll be missing is a little tiny bit of that bitterness flavor from the extra smoke that you get from an offset smoker. But pretty much any brisket that you buy from, you know, most restaurants, unless it's a true barbecue place where you can see it, is not... It's not going to be as good as what you can get from a pellet cooker. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I had the time, I would love to babysit an offset cooker and, you know, learn all the nuances and everything else for it. But, yeah, it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. A lot of work for some really good food. But, yeah, it's you know, you got to put that time in. And, you know, because I'm a social person. when I make a brisket, I usually do it so it's like, for 3 or 4 people, coming over and visiting and stuff like that, I want to spend that time being able to hang with my friends instead of being just a zombie head from being up from 1 o'clock in the morning, constantly, fixing the fire, keeping that heat, making sure the fire stays efficient, making sure I don't see any smoke coming out the smokestack. You want to see just nice, even heat come out of there. Sorry, I've been around a lot of offset cookers in my lifetime. But unfortunately, I don't live on the farm anymore, so I'm not part of the harvest cooks and cookouts and everything else. Used to love those. We would have corn on the cob, we would have briskets and ribs, and and beef ribs too. Like, we're talking, I guess the new term for on the whole on the bone short rib is called dino bones. I can understand why, because the bones are absolutely huge, but that's not how I grew up calling them. That's not the cut I would tell my butcher. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, don't know what that was, but oh, hiccups, that's what it is. Oh, thank you so very much for the upgrade there, Karsten. Welcome back. Well, I should say welcome to the upgrade, not welcome back. Welcome to the upgrade. So, fantastic. Make sure that you use all the emotes when you feel like use them. They're there for you peeps. To use, yeah, definitely. Alright, looks like we get to bust up all this stuff. It's got to go around the broken rock to get to that one. Thank you. I wish you and your family a wonderful, wonderful long weekend, whether it be this weekend or next. I'm pretty sure everybody's telling me that the States have their long weekend next weekend. Our weekend is this weekend, so it's not the Memorial Day weekend that you folks have. It's just a spring break long weekend for us here in Canada. I can't remember the exact name of what it is. I just know it as May long weekend up here. We have what's called Remembrance Day, which occurs for us on November the 11th, where we honor our fallen. Ooh, we got a stone with bones. You can be broken. See you. You are the weakest link. Bye-bye. Ooh, no. Let me down. Thank you. Oh, hey. No, that's not it. That's not what I wanted. This one? No. This one? Oh, I can do it this way. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so apparently you can press Q. I probably popped that up I don't know how many times. Yeah, I've never paid attention to it. I can go Q, back to that. Look at that. Woo! Let me up. 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 Fine. There we go. We're up. Uninspected stone. Alright, let's inspect it. Alright, another bone. Yep. Okay, let's just see if we can get this knocked out. We'll get that place down. Thank you, Karsten. Once again, thank you very much. I give you the tip of the hat if I was wearing one. Thank you. That's what I need to get, folks. I need to get like a fedora or something like that so I can give you all the tip of the hats to give you that. Thank you. And welcome, bud. Thank you, bud. I was going to see who was going to jump to it first. I should have known. Thank you very much for showing that awesome love and support, my man. Thank you. You're awesome. Oh, like I said, we have such an amazing and awesome community. I really don't want to change too much of my formats because it's brought in amazing people. I were to go over and start doing those tips and tricks videos, which y'all know that I can. Y'all know that I could do a lot more for video editing and all those type of things as well. So definitively, I'm just more worried about ruining, a great thing that we got going here. So yeah, it's hard to do that. Oh, I just got an email. Oh, thank you very much, Matthew, for the dono through the PayPal. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, lay down some love to the good old Mr. Man C himself, Matt Campbell, for dropping down some PayPal love. Thank you. I hope you have yourself a good steak dinner, my man. You deserve. Thank you. You deserve it. You need to take the time for yourself and, enjoy whatever it is that you like the most. Like, for example, my sister loves my cabbage rolls, so I've promised her, for all the bloody meals that she's been making me lately, every time she, asks me to come over to give help or watch her dogs or something like that, she's, oh, no, every time I go over, she's got to feed me, so I told her next time, I'm making her cabbage rolls, and she's like, oh, I won't say no to that. Cabbage rolls is, like she says, if she was ever on death row, her last meal would be my cabbage rolls. She would, bring me up from the dead in order to get me to make those cabbage rolls for her. Don't matter if you're dead. I'd raise the dead. Just get those cabbage rolls. Thank you, bud. Thank you. Yeah, y'alls are awesome. Like I said, this is such an amazing and awesome community. I really don't want to mess with the formula that we have going, I've had a few people go, oh, that means you're being lazy. You're not trying to go out for the newest and this, the newest fad of that. And it's like, yeah, but the formula I have right now is, just being real, enjoying my time hanging out with the folks that are here. I try to put out, as much content as I possibly can. There are some games that lend themselves more towards video than they do live streams, but I really enjoy the live streams because I get to actually hang out and, know everybody personally. It's not just like, knowing people through comments, get to know them, how their day was today, We all have bad days and we can all help boost each other up. We all have amazing days. And then there's some times when we're being stupid and we're like, we can point out to each other, like, yeah, gee, you're being an idiot at this point. What are you doing? That type of stuff. Exactly, Karsten. Exactly. Amazing, awesome. Just, I've never been able to ask for anything better than the community that's grown up around me, For, as my ex put it, she goes, for somebody who's really opinionated in the gaming industry, she's very surprised that I've gone as far as I have. She's like, well, I think people kind of understand it a little bit, the value, because I come from the background. And it's not me just cursing and swearing and calling them idiots. It's like, no, I'm cursing and swearing and calling them idiots because of this reason. I give it a reason to, why I spout off. And I'll be the first one to admit, like, oh yeah. You get me on YouTube and that, I spout. When I'm in person with other people, it's more of, I don't spout as I gently teach them through the Canadian way of education, call them an idiot without them knowing that I've called them an idiot. I don't need to do that, like in the YouTube, it's like, don't have to, we got such great and amazing people here. Somebody's like, oh, I don't want to work anymore, getting too old, it's too hard on the body and everything else. We're here, we encourage them, like, oh, well, have you thought of, like, what are your interests? Oh, well, I like this, I like that, and the other. It's like, well, there is, jobs that can do this that are out there that, might, keep you from having to do that hard labor, but, still keep you interested, and we work for it. Or we work together, bring each other up when we're all down. So you're all amazing. I mean, proof's in the pudding. I mean, how many times, if we heard, somebody come in the stream going like, oh yeah, so-and-so, their mom, passing away to cancer, or, COVID struck somebody in their family, or, something along those lines. And we've all banded together and, we boosted that person's spirits up, It might only be that time that they're in our stream, but it was enough to take their mind off the world of hurt that they're going through at the time. So I can never say thank you enough to the community that has, come to the aid of others here. It's awesome. Fan-dang-tastical, that's for sure. Which is why, I have no issues when people come up and like, oh, hey, I got my little Johnny watch in here today. I will try to do my best to button up my mouth when, little kids are around in stream, type of thing. And it's like, yeah, to me, this isn't, it's not a kids channel. It's not a family channel. It's a for everyone channel, for everyone that's currently in the stream and for watching afterwards. Pain and suffering are close friends. Yep. I can totally agree with that. Yeah, that's the human condition. We all have our pains. We all have times of suffering. And, it's great to be, surrounded by people who help bring you up when you're feeling down the lows. That's for sure. No, for my mental health, being a chronic pain patient, definitely. This is This is done, YouTube has done more, actually not YouTube, the community that has been built up around my YouTube time has done more for my mental health than the years of having to, deal with psychiatrists, psychologists, whatever they want to call them, the flavor of the week that they want to call themselves this time. They all say the exact same thing and do the exact same crap. But basically, you folks have done more for keeping mental health going because of the fact that I can see that there's good in the world out there. You know what I mean? I'm surrounded by it every time I jump on YouTube. So, I mean, yesterday we had some, a bot attack, but it didn't faze me. Whereas if I would have been doing this on Twitch for years, I bet you I would have been like, what the fuck is wrong with Twitch? Why the hell can't they fix their crap? Because it's just, I was never really... Twitch has kind of got more negative feedback than the positive feedback that I've ever found with the community on YouTube. Not saying that Twitch is a bad place for some streamers, it just happened to be that the way that I happen to stream was attracting more of that negative style, personas that were out there. Like I said, I found my home at YouTube 8 years ago, and I really can't see myself going anywhere else, ever. It's just, the people I've met here are well worth putting up with the headaches of YouTube, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm laying down? You know what I'm digging up? Yeah, like if Twitch were to ever drop their we own your content crap for affiliates and partners, if they were to drop it, I could see myself dual streaming again, but once again, it would be like Sheep saying, it would be great for numbers, just, to get to see people like, oh yeah, come on over, check out my YouTube channel. It would only be just, to redirect them over there. I wouldn't put nearly the amount of effort into the Twitch stream, meaning, like if I were to become a partner or affiliate, or whatever it is that they do, for putting up like all these special emojis and things like that. Yeah, it wouldn't be the moment that I was able to have access to it, get on it right now. It'd be like, oh yeah, I'll get to it sometime this week. It'd be like one of those deuces next week things. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, next week. I don't have that love that, you've ever received from YouTube Twitch does not get the love that YouTube gets anyway. From me. Yeah. Just because, the way Twitch is run, it's a little bit silly how it's been run. Can I jump? Thank you. Yeah, hashtag next week. Yep. Yeah. No, like I said, this has been an awesome and amazing community for the last 8 years. And the fact that, I was even to get monetized, being real, being a true human being, having my ups and downs instead of playing fake. I mean, I can't get away with walking around in a bikini for some reason. I don't think you folks would want to see that. You don't want to see me in my Borat suit. Oh, come on. It just seems to be that's the way it's going over on Twitch, Those who can show off as much skin and get away with it is, quite all right for Twitch, but I don't really see myself being surrounded by folks who think that's the most important thing in life. Having good times and hanging with great people, that to me is that's the life worth living. If I had the opportunity to have a huge, giant, outdoor-style kitchen and was able to feed, friends and family every weekend, that would be my life. It would be surrounded with, all the friends and family that I can muster. All the time. All the time. Like I said, it's the memories that I cherish the most. It's not what's in my bank account. I mean, you need stuff in your bank account in order to make memories. Don't get me wrong. It takes money to make the world go around. But money has never given me my happiest memory. Alright, let's see what we got here. Really? Oh, okay. I was hoping that was going to be a stone. That's alright. We can get rid of it. uninspected. Even though these little ones don't seem to contain anything, you still can't break them. When's the move-out date? It really is going to depend on how fast my brother closes on the house, selling the house. So I can't see me being here any later than August 1st, quite honestly. I just cannot see that happening. Yeah, it's just brutal, but that's the way life goes, right? So I just gotta figure things out here with the government to see what type of supports they give for moving assistance. You know, that type of thing. As it is, there's, you know, I wouldn't be able to move my bed on my own. I have so my headboard has got 2 closets on each side with drawers underneath. Then it's got this giant 3-section mirror that's in the back of it. It's pretty big. It's pretty heavy. Definitely that's something that, you know, it's like, I'm going to need a couple of strong guys to help me get that all moved about. Guys or gals, I make no difference. My ex-wife, she helped me, and my brother, between my ex-wife, my brother, and myself, we were able to get it moved into the house. It does come apart in sections, but the sections are too big to handle by one person on their own. And yeah, so yep, I got lots of stuff that I gotta think about over the next few weeks here and get taken care of. So like I said, streams are going to be a little bit bouncy, but that's the way things go. I inspected that stone, did I not? I thought I did. That's empty. That's empty. Okay. Oh, I'll get rid of them. Perfect. Alright, let's see. Empty. Woo! I like how that one broke apart. That's cool. Oh, that was uninspected. If you beat them when they're uninspected, they seem to be alright. Okay. For the small ones. Okay, can't take that one. Come on, let me up, please. Thank you. Alright, bust this up. If you win a year's worth of calendars, is it 365 or just one? Yeah, I'm pretty sure a year's worth of calendars would be just the one. I'm pretty sure. Doesn't mean that, you know, 100% sure. Alright. Ooh, we got one. We got one! Oh, yeah.
Did you remind them to like, comment, and subscribe? You might want to do that.
And don't forget the Discord too. Links are in the description down below.
Hit that notification bell, folks, for all the latest content. There we go. Whew. Taken care of. I forget to do that every day and remind everyone. Yes, I do understand the human condition. You know, sometimes you just gotta remind everybody once in a while that come in later on and watch the video, or any of the lurkers that come in just want to see what's going on. My message to those folks who want to go in and just watch and, you know, not let anybody know that they're here. They're just doing the lurk thing, right? Which is fine. I got no problem, you know. Yeah. Wallflowers are still flowers, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, you know, there's some people I've been told, they're like, well, yeah, you know, like, I don't follow because, you know, I don't want my name to come up on screen. Well, you can make your profile private, and if you have other reasons for why you don't want to have your profile private, just wait until after stream. Wait until, you know, the video goes up on demand or live replay or whatever they call that. And then go ahead and do your subscribing. Then you won't have to worry about it popping up on screen saying, oh, so-and-so just subscribed to the channel. I totally understand that. Some people just want to be anonymous and have a good time. I'll respect it. Oh, we got a few left here. Alright, let's go ahead and let's get some inspections on. Then we can go start cleaning up some more of this area over here. Let's see. We uninspected? Alright. Okay, and you. Come on. A little bit closer. Uninspected, uninspected, uninspected. Alright. And I think this one I should be able to break without having to look at it. Yes, okay. Cool. But these ones I won't be able to, right? Empty stone? Oh, I already must have inspected those ones already. Sweet. Actually, we're ripping through this hill pretty good today. Awesome. Hey. Alright, hold on. I gotta go over my Streamlabs and see how long I've been streaming for, because my legs are killing me. Christ. 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 59 seconds. My God, my legs are clockwork. Jeez. How is that possible? I do not, honestly, I don't have timers. I don't have alarms set for it. It's just my legs. Hour and a half. You've been sitting down too long. That's it, buddy. Yeah, we're going to let you know you haven't been standing and stretching. No, that would be a calendar. A year's worth would be 365. Well, if you win a year's worth of calendars, isn't there a year within the calendar? But saying calendars kind of refers to it as plural, so you could say it would be 365 if you put calendars. But if you win a calendar with a year's worth or whatever, then you can get away with saying that you only get the one. I get. It's all about that English language, folks. It's how we confuse all those, non-English speakers when they come over here and start learning English. It's like, this doesn't make any sense. It's like, I know, but this is how we do it. I didn't make up the rules. This is just how naturally over time they became. So, yep. Definitely get to see what's going on here over the next little bit. But as always, I will keep you folks in the know in the Discords and here on YouTubes when I do my live streams or videos and that. I'll keep you all in the know what's going on. This last week, I made a bacon ranch salad. Oh, that sounds good. I haven't had bacon in like 2 years. This weekend I'm going to try something new. No, sorry, I lied. I had bacon last year. That's right. I broke down and bought a $10 thing of bacon because that's how much bacon costs up here. $10 for a family half pack. Bacon is super expensive because, well, people got on the trend that bacon goes on everything. So, well, that's the case. Let's go charge 600% more than what the bacon's worth. And they do. Oh yeah, do they ever. Meat's just bloody ridiculous. The farmers aren't seeing an extra frickin' penny from it. You go off to all the meat market auctions and everything else, yeah, the cows are getting sold for the same price as they were 5 years ago. The farmers are not making any extra money. It's all corporate greed. 110% corporate greed. Oh, the price of fuel went up. Yeah, okay, yeah, you can complain about that right now. You can't complain that for the last 5 years. Notice how prices don't go down when gas goes down, but, gas goes up. Well, they sure now got a reason to hike those prices for you. Anything to make more money for the corporate level and, screw out the little guy. As I said, lately the lower income classes are getting larger, the middle income classes are getting smaller, and the larger income classes, people are just saying the same, but making even more money. There's less and less people become transitioning from low to middle class, and there's less and less people going from middle class to rich, like to super high, class, meaning that they make more than $200,000 a year. So mid class is anybody that makes what was it here? I think they say anyone that makes from 100,000 to 180,000 is mid. Anybody that makes under that is lower class, and then anybody who's above 200 or 200,000 more a year is what they would call the upper class. Just meaning in wages, not actual, mentality of the people or anything along those lines, just in wages. So yeah, it's amazing that, yeah, the $200,000 mark is staying roughly about the same, keeping up with those that are retiring out as new are coming in. And then you have the middle class, which is slowly shrinking, and you have the lowest class, which is increasing at an exponential rate. More and more people are losing more and more monies. One of the biggest things, though, is that, it's planned obsolescence, like these phones. My parents bought one rotary dial telephone that they used for, I think, 29, 30 years. Do you think we're going to get that out of a cell phone? Hell no. Planned obsolescence. So my parents paid, at the time, $9 for their telephone that they used for 35 years. I ended up having to pay, what was it, just shy of $900, I think it was, to buy my iPhone 6 outright instead of hooking up with their stupid contracts. I didn't need the plan that came with their contracts. It's like, my God, I used my phone to make phone calls just back and forth to my ex. I mean, shit, if you give us walkie-talkies that could go for 40 miles, we'd be able to use those. Yeah, per gallon. Yeah, we're higher than that per gallon. Like, we are running like $10 or more if you break it down from our liters to gallon here. I mean, $2 a liter. $2 a liter! So if there's 3.86 liters in a gallon, let's just round it out to 4. That's $8 a gallon. A gallon! And then if you start going up north in any of the areas that aren't cities, like, you know, like there's just small towns and things like that, you are paying almost $3 a liter. Scary shit, isn't it? Like, that is just ridiculous. Pop. Excuse me. A 2-liter used to go on sale everywhere for $1 for a 2-liter when they were on sale. You used to be able to get, you know, $1. Okay. Now you can't find it for less than $1.25 when it's on sale. Back to the price it was when it wasn't on. Well, actually, when it wasn't on sale, it used to be $1.69 when it wasn't on sale. Pop now, not on sale, is $3.69 for a 2-liter. Not kidding you, and that's not 7-Eleven prices. That is the, you know, your El Cheapo, no frills, you know, supermarket type of thing. Yeah. And when they put them on sale, they put them on sale for $1.25. So they've increased the prices of soda at 25%. Well, Coke, please explain to me how all your factories all of a sudden need more. I mean, okay. So transportation costs went up, but you got to add 25% to the bottles for that? And then you go and find out that, well, you know, Coke put a 15-cent charge additional cost onto their products that they send out to the grocery store. So instead of the grocery stores going, oh, okay, well, you know, it's 15 cents more for us. Okay, so, you know, we'll boost it up. You know, whatever, you know, 5-10 cents. You know, on top of that. Well, they did, you know, for the sale prices. But they boosted it like a buck or more for the non-sale prices. It's disgusting. 93.9 there. Eesh. Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it? It's absolutely disgustingly nuts. But it's OPEC, and OPEC is doing this on 100% on purpose. We've allowed the Saudi Arabian countries to run it as a cartel for so many years. They saw what they could do by making things scarce after the when we had too much oil coming through. And, you know, they were worried, like, oh my God, you know, we got no place to store this. Nobody's driving. Oh my God. You know, gas prices went way down low. But then, as things started picking back up, but the refineries weren't working because there wasn't anybody who was, that was, you know, in the area. They didn't do any of their, you know, the companies themselves, the refineries, said, no, we're not going to put up precautions and all this stuff for our staff. We're just going to say, nope, we're just going to keep the doors closed and, yes, and not have to worry about, you know, spending money to protect our staff from, you know, COVID, you know, by putting up shields and all that type of stuff. Instead, they're just going to keep the doors closed. And they started making a whole bunch of extra money because now gas was, you know, a little bit on the scarce side when everybody started, you know, working up again, you know, things started opening. And they're going, oh, we can keep this going for as long as we can. I wonder how long until, you know, foreign powers start catching on to this and start going, well, we need a regime change now in the Middle East again. Yeah, I could see that happening. Who's the next Middle Eastern company or country that's going to have weapons of mass destruction, folks? Just saying. I could definitely see the powers, the foreign powers that be definitely, you know, doing stuff like that again to, you know, regime changes. Regime change, nope. Yeah. So that's what we get for letting cartels run our oil. Instead of us being 100% self-sufficient on what we have, because it's not like we don't have oil that can, cover our country at the current rates for like a couple hundred years. Yeah. We have not reached peak oil, folks. Not by a long, 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 long shot. And that's just in our areas. That's not without using other foreign countries' oils. That's within our country. We are not at peak oil. Don't let them fool you. I worked that industry. I took geomagnetic sciences. Yeah. So, yeah. I know where they're looking. I know how much they're looking for. And the cost of extraction, it's cheaper to buy it from other foreign powers than it is for us to put the infrastructure together in order for us to do it ourselves. But if we had put the infrastructure together ourselves ages ago, we wouldn't be having this talk right now. It would be done deal. All right, did I already check these? Yes. Oh, here do you. No free pilots. All right. Yeah. People were sick of drama. That's the best way I can put it. Unfortunately, though, just my opinion, there was nobody on the ballot that was suitable for the job. And so they went with the best that they could without the drama, and it's unfortunate that it's the way it is. You know what I mean? You got another... You can get rid of them. It only takes 4 years. You know what I mean? It's, very unfortunate that, I have not seen a very good leader in a while. And I'm including those who are in Congress, in our parliament, things like that. I do not see a leader of the people in North America that I would stand behind currently. That's the way it should be, Shane. That is the way it should be. I honestly... sorry, I'm just shaking up my sweet tea here. I honestly think that that's the way it should be. I think that the moment you turn 18, that our education system should have taught you well enough to give you the opportunity to make the greatest decision to what you feel is correct in politics. I just can't see why people can't do it. Go out and get educated. I mean, a lot of people go for, the person, but for me, honestly, I look at the platform that the person stands for. What is that party? What are the party's goals? Because the person that's standing up there is only a mouthpiece for that party. So, it's like, okay, so, what are the political parties going to do for us? Not what the person can do, but what will the political party do? And then, is the person that you're voting for, are they, standing behind the values of what the party is talking about when they do their platforms? Because a lot of these folks are going out there going, oh yeah, I promise when I become so-and-so, this is going to happen, and this is going to happen, and, I'm going to make this happen, and this, and then you go back and you look at the party and going, the party doesn't stand behind any of that. No, they don't. No. So how is this person going to get the support and the votes to make this stuff happen? It's all lip fan service, or whatever they call it. Lip service, fan service. That type of thing. As long as, the values of the individual matches with the values of the party, then you would expect things moving forward, because there wouldn't be so much internal squabbles. But that's what I'm seeing a lot of, is a lot of internal squabbles, because what the person is saying to get himself elected isn't what's going to happen, because the party doesn't value those particular things, So it's scary sometimes. Scary. Oop, oh, I want that one. Crack it open. Yeah, so, yeah, you know, and that's the thing, like, education. Don't even get started on education. I've met so many bad teachers in this world. It's like, just go into babysitting. Open up your daycare. That's all you're doing. You're not teaching squat. All you're teaching is just exactly what you were told. As you read it out of the book. That's not teaching. I'm sorry, that's just reading out loud. And a lot of teachers do that nowadays, and they expect that they should be paid more than a mum gets. Like, no, sorry. Nope. If I had my way, teachers would be getting one hell of a pay cut. And then we'd be taking that money and putting it towards use for those who actually know how to teach. Hmm? Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good teachers out there. But there's a lot less of them than there are people who just read out of the book. Well, this is what they want me to teach. It's like, yeah, but you don't teach it out of the book. You teach it in a way that your students can learn. You have over 30 students in your classroom, and not every single one of them is going to learn the exact same way. So you sitting up front of class, looking at a book, not looking at the people, the kids ain't going to look at you. Unless it comes through on a television screen, they want that personal interaction. They want to see your eyes when you talk. They don't want to see you looking back and forth reading something. My weekend was awesome, Shane. Oh yeah, I got him out. I took him out to this place called Pierce Park. It used to be a bird and fish sanctuary, but they ripped out the bird sanctuary area to put in this 6 or 7 level townhouse style apartment complex thing. And then they had it painted multicolors, but that's been repainted now. It's got different colors on it. It looks better. Doesn't look like somebody puked a pastel box up on it. It was so good. Yeah, 2008, dude. So I was living in Victoria in 2008, and I ended up having to move out of there because, yeah, gas prices were at $2.13 a liter on the island. But we have what's called an island tax. Basically just means that everything that comes back and forth from the island has an additional surplus charge to it because of the, wow, that doesn't even exist, huh? Alright, well, that'll fall down later on. But yeah, because everything's got to be coming across the ferry, so there was always more expensive. So here in Calgary, my brother had moved back just shortly, because yeah, he was living in downtown Vic. I was living up in the mountains. Me and mountains, folks, I absolutely love them. The more trees that I'm surrounded by, the happier I am. And so I was living up there in the small little area called the Malahat area. And so yeah, he moved back to Calgary, and he was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I'm paying $1.53 for gasoline." And I'm going, "Dude, it just went to $2.13 up here." He's like, "Yeah, I know, that's the reason why I moved. I wasn't going to start paying all those ridiculous, island tax prices." And it's like, "Yeah, don't blame you. I'm moving back too." Because rent at that time, I was paying for a very, very, very small 2-bedroom apartment, because the house that I was living at originally when I first moved up there, the trailer, they had a little bit of an issue. The ground was starting to go up from underneath it. So I was like, okay, we need to move before this thing goes off the edge of the cliff. And I'm glad I did, because I think it was 3 years later after I'd moved from that place and was back in Calgary that, I got a message that, that whole area slipped out. I'm like, ooh, glad I wasn't living in that trailer no more there. Whew. So yeah, I moved into a smaller apartment up near Shawnigan, I can't remember the name of it. Shawnigan Lake? Can't remember. Yeah, I think it's Shawnigan Lake. Anyway, so I was up there, and I had this apartment, 2-bedroom apartment. It was $808 a month. And when I came out of contract, the prices were so bloody high in 2008, the landlord wanted to up it to $1,395 a month. I was like, no, I can't pay that, so screw you, I'm out of here. And then, what was it, like, I think it was like a year later or something like that, that all of a sudden Alberta ended up getting, like, rent became a lot cheaper and everything else because there was rebates and all this other type stuff. And so people were able to start buying houses, and there wasn't as much, demand for, like, people were buying homes. So the rental units weren't, getting people coming in because they were just too expensive. It was cheaper to buy your own damn house. So people were. And that's when the whole house flipper bull crap came through and... Oh yeah, I'm going to go flip this house, and then I'm going to sell it for more than what it's actually truly worth to get my money back out of it. Call myself an equity loaner or whatever the hell it was. It was like, oh my god. So many lower income families just got screwed over by all you folks. And now in Calgary, you can't find a low income house. You cannot. It's not here. Does not exist. Our foreign people in power here don't understand that, you know. Yeah, we don't have 8 or 9 babies to put into one house with, you know, a cousin, a grandma, you know, 3 other people living in the place. We don't have that. We don't come from a culture that thinks that we need to have 7 or 8 children and live with an entire family to take care of them all. Alright, here's a bone that you can't... Yeah, great job. Great job, Pyramid. Oh, there it is. There you go. So, I can't get a reading on that other one. Don't know what type of bone it is. Don't know if it's a limb or an arm. But either way, yeah, we're good. Puppy! No! Dad, it's been way too long now. Get your butt over here and pay attention to me. 600 a week, Australian. So I think you guys are like almost par with us, like within like, you know, 5 or 6 cents of the dollar either way over a year's balance. So yeah, it's $1,800 a month here. So you're paying, so 4 times 6, it's 24. Yep. Stupid, isn't it? Stupid. And that's a 4-bedroom. I'm talking 1-bedroom apartments are $1,800 a month. People don't make that money. But apparently all these rental companies and everything else sure as hell think they do. And then of course, you know, you get people who go into a 1-bedroom apartment and then get 4 roommates on top of it. So now, if you're the guy that's living underneath those people, you end up having to put up with all their noise. And then the companies won't do anything about it because they're like, oh, no, I'm getting $1,800 out of this a month. I you know, sucks to be you, pitch. You know, put up with it. And yeah. And they wonder how Rome fell. You know, there was a whole bunch of fires for a reason. Yeah, we pay a month in advance. That's how it works here. You pay your first month and last month's rent before you can even move in the door. We owe... And a deposit. And a damage deposit. That's the way they work it here. We have occupancy restrictions here. Can't have more than 2 people per bedroom, depending on where you are. There is also the rule that you can't have more than 2 unrelated people in the household. Dude, I would love for that to happen, but we used to have those types of things here back in the 80s. But once Calgary, the original populations from pre-1970s became a minority with the influx of immigration that we've had. No, man. No. I'm just very happy that at least they're not lighting cow patties on fire to cook dinners here. I mean, they have stoves. It is disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting what these foreign people, you know, once they got into our politics, have bitched, whined, and just basically created an absolute cesspool. Yeah. No, they brought their problems here. And then they expect us to live with it because that's what they're used to over there. And it's like, no, you came here for a better life, not to make our lives shittier. I mean, don't get me wrong, not all foreign peoples are like that. There's a ton of them that were, you know, born here and lived here now that are starting to speak out against stuff that they're seeing, going like, no. This is not the way it should be, Grandma. This is not the way it should be, Mom and Dad. No. You know, you moved away from this, but look exactly what's going on. This is how people are living. But we moved away to get away from that. You know? Like, the kid's never been over in India, but, you know, he's got to listen to, you know, all the horror stories that his family's telling about, you know, oh, yeah, you know, we had, you know, 19 people living in a house. And the kid's looking around going, what's the difference between 19 in a house that you can expand on land compared to, you know, the 12 people that we have in here in this little 2-bedroom apartment? Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just gotten disgusting here. It's just gotten disgusting. I am very thankful for those who have come from that, who are speaking out against it. Very, very, very thankful. But it's unfortunate, though, that, yeah, it's just the way things have turned over the last 10 years. Actually, more than 10 years now. Come to think about it, it's about 20 years. I live in a college town. They say it constitutes a fraternity sorority, and they were banned by the town. Okay. Well, at least they have a reason for it. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, okay, no. You know, we have a precedent set. Our precedent was because of this. And, you know, this prevents, you know, having all these additional community issues. You know what I mean? So, oh, I would agree to it. I would be okay with that. But, you know, the city here needs to learn how to grow up. And I mean, not as in, like, you know, in age, maturity-wise. I mean, literally, to start building higher. I mean, the days of, you know, owning a bungalow with your own yard is going, there's too many people in this world. It's just not going to happen. You know, not everybody's going to have that dream. In 100 years from now, the population here is going to be so bloody thick that these homes that are you know, one floor, two, like with a basement bungalow, they're going to be worth over $3 or $4 million. Because the land that they're on is what's causing the money, not the home itself, but the land that it's on, because they can go ahead and build upwards to get homes for people. I mean, we can only abscond so much farmers' land in that around cities before the farms are so far away from the cities that it's no longer feasible to transport grain into the cities, you know, like, yeah, you gotta go larger and you gotta go smarter. So you gotta go higher and you gotta go smarter, you know. You can't always grow larger, you gotta grow higher, you gotta grow taller. 26% approval rating. Wow. Yeah, you know, like, honestly, it shouldn't matter where you come from in the world as long as you're doing the best for everyone, not for the people from where you come from. That is wrong. As Canadians, you know, we had it up until, like, honestly, up until about 2008. You know, the world respected us for how, you know, we treated our ethnic minorities. But, you know, quite honestly, though, those Canadians that were around then are now the ethnic minorities. Yeah, it's completely changed around. Like, when I went to school, I was surrounded by more ethnic cultures than I was of my own. 100%. We were the minority, and it still is in that area. At that school. It's still... Nope. No, it's just funny, you know, it's like, oh, well, you know, like, these kids don't get the education and everything else. It's like, they're getting the same education that I had, which was crap then, and it's crap now. It's even worse crap now, because the teachers are woke and seem to think that they have the rights to talk to our children about shit they got no right to talk to our children about. You know, sorry, a transgender issue is not for a school. Transgender issue is for the family. You have the right to talk to your kids. Yeah. Wrong. You do not get to form my child's opinion with your rhetoric. My child has the right to form his opinion with education. Alright, let's see here. We just got a couple more to bust up. And this one here, huh? Does anybody see any dirt or anything I gotta take out for this thing? Like, it's just floating. But, well, we know it's not going to be a stone anyway, so I'm not going to worry about it. Not going to worry about the incompleteness of the work from other developers. Well, not on this one. Watch, I'll dig here, and that'll fall. No? Okay. I was like, because we had that on the last cliffside one, and we dug somewhere that was like half a mile away, and it picked it, like, it dropped the rock. It was like, what? Okay. Alright, so we just got this other one over here, which I think was empty. Alright, let's go take a look at what we got. Oh, last one. Look at that. Sweet. Not bad. I do like this area, though. This was done really well on the map. I will definitely give them credit here. This is a nice little area. Out of all the zones that we've done so far, this one here has been my favorite. Not because of the amount of bones that came out, but the way that it was built in, the higher up scenery, everything that's going along in the backgrounds. I loved it. Well done on this dev. Your map is beautiful. The game itself is a wonderful game. Besides the one glaring obvious issue of the tutorials. Otherwise, though, yeah, I would recommend people buy this game. I would wait for them to buy it on sale, though. It's, to me, it's a $12 to $15 Canadian game. I wouldn't pay any more than that. Reason being is that the amount of frustration and that you got to go through to get you there knocks off at least $10 off the game title. If the game isn't available for everybody to play without feeling frustration, then that deserves a $10 knockoff. Being the engine that it's on as well, the game itself does not deserve to be more than, like, $30 ever, no matter what they do with a Unity game. Well, I mean, tax equally, tax upon, income, tax upon, the family sizes and stuff like that. I have no problem if people want to have 2 kids. But if you need more than 2 kids, are you on a farm? Do you need that extra set of hands around? And that's additional mouths, and that's extra people that later on, I mean, because every family, if we only had 1 child each, with every family takes 2 people to make 1, that would decrease the population too much. If 2 people make 2 children, we can maintain a population. If 2 people have 3 children, we're increasing population. So, why not have a tax? You know what I mean? Why not have a tax? And say, oh, you want to have a 3rd kid? Okay, no problem. Here's a tax increase of 7, 8%, whatever it is, that will, over time, relieve the pressure that's put onto the system by having that 1 additional child. We know right now that we are in a world that is going to have, 14 billion people at some point before we hit peak population and slowly starts going down again? I mean, yeah, we can feed them all. We just got to get better infrastructures, and I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is the unfairness of it all. That, we run out of, ways to put in that infrastructure because the taxes weren't done correctly in order to maintain the population or to help with increased population. Yeah, and I can understand, like, say a mom gets pregnant and she's got like 8 octuplets or something like that, then it's like, no, that should be considered one. I get it. You know what I mean? That's it wasn't their fault. It's not like they went out and genetically asked to have, like, triplets or more than that as kids. It's going to happen, and special circumstances will need special instances, Matt, for me, I'm surprised. When I manually did my taxes that I got to go to get the tax service to do for me because I'm receiving the federal income thing, and the tax program's like, oh, you got federal income coming in. You're going to need an additional $79.99. And I was like, oh, screw you. So I just downloaded the paper and did it manually, entered it all in, and it looks like I'm going to get about $189 back. And it's like, but I didn't get income tax taken off anything from my YouTube. Why am I getting money back? It should just be a null balance, wouldn't it? I don't understand why I'm getting money back because I didn't put anything in. And I don't like that. I really don't like that. You know, I kind of feel like I'm taking money from other people that hasn't been directed towards the disabled program for those with, you know, less mobility and things along those lines, right? So that to me, you know, it kind of bugs me. You know, it's like, why am I getting this money? And it's not like I can go to the government and like, no, don't send me the money. You know what I mean? You know, like put it towards my disabilities and stuff like that, you know, like put it towards that program. You know, if I'm collecting disability from the government, how am I entitled to receive that back as a tax refund when I haven't put anything in? So please, you know, put that, you know, hold on to that money and use it wisely for more people who are disabled. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand that. It hurts, you know, like it beats on my pride to know that I'm getting a tax back and I hadn't put anything into it. You know, the only thing, like, for the tax that I have to get done, I got to do my my 2019 taxes. I finally got the ex to send me her what she put down on her, or whatever tax assessment was or whatever, so I could do my taxes because we're separated and we got to still do the damn thing, right? Yeah, that's an oxymoron. Yeah, government money well spent. That's an oxymoron. Yeah, that's not true. They do not spend money correctly. And the amount of corruption that goes in around money is disgusting in this day and age. Oh, so bad here in Canada. I don't know what it's like in the States. I know you guys have, like... Interesting! I know, like, in the movies and stuff, you guys are always talking about corruption of, like, oh, you know, the mafia got this building, you know, contract and stuff like that. No, we don't have that. What we have is that we have companies that, you know... governments have worked with before and they've charged X amount and gone over budget, and so the next time that the government wants to work with them, they'll take a 3 times higher quote, so that way they're like, oh, yeah, well, see, they didn't go over budget this time. It's like, yeah, you just opened the door for abuse. Huge. It was for back taxes. You know, like, quite honestly, you know, like, I had, I did what was it, that expo, digital expo for my ex-wife's company. So in the end, they paid me like $2,000. Well, I've received $3,700 or whatever it was for the full year in, disability benefit. So shouldn't I be taxed on that original $2,300 that I put in? Shouldn't I be paying them back money? I don't understand. I can tell you, though, I know where it's going to go. Kavey's going to get himself a new bike whenever we can afford it. That's for sure. There are no bones about it. Yep. All right, so we got that one done. Let's go take a look at our management system here. See, did we get any more workers? Not yet. Well, gosh darly dang it. All right, well, let's go on over here to our travel and go to the museum and see what we got going here. Oh, legs bugger off. I've already stood up twice and stretched about. Urgh. Yeah, it's unfortunate. You know, I did try running once. I did try running for the local area legislative branch here, and oh, German taxes really are the worst. I love your puns, Bone. I love your puns. So, tool usage for $52,805. Bones preparing 320. Bone transport 0. Excavation area setup 5. Oh, so by using the drones, you ain't getting the experience. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So then we come over here. We go knowledge and say, please send me. And then I get to spend the next, what is it, however many bones, 12 bones or something like that we got in here. Then I get to go ahead and cut them up, or cut the plaster off, and then I can send them to the fossil prep room. And that's what I'm going to get to do here tonight. You know what, I might come back tomorrow. I don't know what's going to go on for phone calls and that tonight. I know that my sister will want to hear what's going on and everything else too. So she'll be, I'll be talking to her. So could be doing something this weekend with them. So definitely, as always, folks, make sure that you do click the notification bell on YouTube so you know when I am live on YouTube, or make sure that you join the Avalon. You know, always try to have 2 different places that you can reach out to your content creator with, and you'll see that it's that I got the notifications and you know what's going on with me there. A woman of the night is preparing her taxes, comes across a field where she needs to specify her job details. Occupation, contractor, details, demolition of temporary erection. Oh, yeah. That's what they need to put in a Viagra commercial. Oh, man. So yeah, instead of sitting here, folks, and watching you guys have me just plaster all that stuff off, and then once this thing is finished up, it'll say like I have, you know, ready to assemble 12. I'll put all the pieces together, throw them in the museum, so the one day that we should be able to, and hopefully, I forgot something. Hold on, we gotta go back here. Now there's got to be one more area. I'll do that off camera. I was trying to find another area, get a thumbnail going on for that as well. This weekend I plan on taking the wheel apart. My brother does not have a can of dry air on him right now, so normally he does, but he doesn't. So I'm going to have to be very careful with how I clean it all out with a anti-static pad and that. So stay out of pitch a tent. Step 1, buy Viagra. Oh. What am I supposed to do now? Write a script? Oh man, yeah, that's right. You got a lot going on there, Bone, dude. Discord's looking good, man. Your Discord's looking good. Loving it. Amazing people in there too. So you're doing awesome. So as always, folks, thank you. I hope that no matter where you are in the world today, you were able to take the time to kick back, relax with me, no matter if it be morning, evening, afternoon, good night. I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful time with their friends and families this weekend. If we don't meet up, please enjoy yourselves. Thank you once again to Matthew for being one of the strongest supporters we've had to this channel. Thank you so very much. Just past the bald eagle's nest whose occupants are... Oh, wow. Yeah, no, those bald eagles, man. It's that time of year. Oh, don't worry, Bone. Don't worry. You have such a busy life. You've got so much going on. You are providing so much entertainment and fun and the opportunities for people with what you're working on here, dude. That, yeah, no, definitely. Totally understand that. And I get it. I get it. So thank you. Thank you to Bone for, you know, going above and beyond anything that I could ever imagine myself doing, and, you know, providing me an opportunity to do some, you know, start a profile. Portfolio, I guess, is the proper rate for that. So you're not doing anything yet. Well, you got to put your feet up once in a while, dude. You've been going ham for a while. It won't hurt you to take a weekend off just for you to go do whatever it is that you want to, whether it be, you know, mow the lawn if that's what you want to do, or to go out, you know, just to say, out of hell with it, I'm going to go out camping and I'm just going to eat hot dogs and burgers, you know. Definitely, dude. You've done so much work, giving so many people opportunities to get their foot in the door with the voice acting in that, yeah, take some time for yourself when you can, dude. You know, book a weekend for you. Definitely. So, and with that also being said, thank you very much to all these awesome and amazing people that are supporting the channel via memberships. Thank you to Karsten for upgrading your membership. Thank you to Matthew for being our newest member to the channel. Thank you, one and all. You no idea how much it means to me, and without you folks, I couldn't do what I do. So thank you once again. Have yourselves an amazing weekend, and I'll see you in the next episode.